Most men can't tell the difference between a woman who truly likes them and one who's just passing time. She'll smile, laugh, even spend time with you, but that doesn't mean you matter to her. Real interest shows itself in ways most men completely overlook. In the next few minutes, I'll show you 8 clear signs that prove she genuinely values you, and once you see them, you'll never be confused again. Most men learn the hard way that attraction is not always what it seems. A smile, a compliment, a playful touch, these moments feel good, they spark hope, they make you believe she's into you. But here's the truth many refuse to face: not every sign of warmth is a sign of genuine desire. Women are masters at displaying interest when it serves them. Sometimes it's for attention, sometimes it's for validation, and sometimes it's simply for the thrill of being entertained. And that's where countless men fall into the trap. They start to believe that temporary warmth equals long-term interest, that fleeting attention equals commitment, and that casual affection equals love. But it doesn't. The reason so many men get stuck chasing illusions is because they confuse moments for patterns. They mistake a single spark for a steady flame. When a woman truly likes you, her actions cut through the noise. You don't have to question her consistency. You don't have to wonder if she's playing games. Real interest isn't about scattered attention, it's about steady energy, effort, and respect. A woman who values you doesn't rely on occasional gestures to keep you hooked. She doesn't switch between hot and cold depending on her mood or convenience. She shows up in ways that can't be faked, because sincerity always reveals itself over time. That's why a man must learn to step back and watch carefully. Pay attention not to what she says in the moment, but how she behaves consistently. Temporary affection can be manufactured. Real desire is revealed through patterns that stay steady no matter the situation. And once you understand this difference, you'll stop falling for illusions, and you'll start saving your energy for the women who prove their interest with more than words. The clearest way to know if a woman truly likes you is through her investment. Most men get caught chasing women who give them just enough to keep their attention: an occasional text, a half-hearted reply, or a bit of affection when it's convenient. That kind of energy is shallow, inconsistent, and built on self-interest. But a woman who truly values you doesn't sit back waiting to be entertained. She gives. She puts in time, energy, and effort without being asked, without you having to beg, and without you constantly carrying the weight of the connection. Her actions show that she's not just curious about you, but invested in you. She'll reach out first. She'll check on you not because she needs something, but because she genuinely cares. She'll remember the things you told her weeks ago, circle back to them, and show you through her attention that she's listening. That's not manipulation, it's commitment in the making. Compare that to a woman who only entertains you. Her effort is inconsistent, her attention is shallow, and her presence fades as soon as the excitement wears off. She'll come around when she's bored, when she wants validation, or when no better option is available. But she won't go out of her way for you. That's the difference between being a placeholder and being a priority. When a woman truly likes you, she makes space for you in her life. She doesn't just accept your presence, she chooses it, actively. She invests because she wants to, not because she has to. And once you learn to recognize this kind of natural, consistent effort, you'll never again waste time chasing women who only see you as temporary. Real interest doesn't hide itself. It always shows in the investment. Respect is the dividing line between a woman who is simply passing time with you and a woman who genuinely values you. Attention is easy to give. Flirtation is effortless. Even affection can be faked when it suits her. But respect cannot be forced. A woman who doesn't truly care will test your patience, push your limits, and disregard your boundaries just to see how far she can go. She'll waste your time because she doesn't value it. She'll treat your standards as obstacles rather than foundations. To her, your boundaries are walls to climb, not lines that define your strength. And if you let it slide, she'll lose even more respect for you. Now look at a woman who truly likes you. She treats your boundaries with care. She listens when you speak. She doesn't try to shame you for protecting your time or energy. Instead, she adjusts her own behavior to show that she honors who you are. She sees your standards not as something to break down, but as something that makes you worth respecting in the first place. That kind of respect runs deeper than compliments. It shows in how she prioritizes you, how she responds when you say no, and how she behaves when you're not around. A woman who values you won't risk losing your respect, because to her it means more than your attention. Attention is temporary and easily replaced. Respect, once lost, is gone for good. This is why you should never compromise your standards just to keep a woman's interest. The right woman won't ask you to. She'll recognize your boundaries as proof of your strength, and her respect will grow because of them. And respect, brother, is the foundation of real interest. Consistency is the filter that separates fantasy from reality. Any woman can be sweet when the timing is right, when the romance is fresh, when you're giving her attention, when the excitement is high. In those moments, even the ones who don't care much can play the part. They'll laugh at your jokes, flood you with warmth, and act like you're the center of their world. But the truth always shows when the energy shifts, when life gets harder, when you're not pouring into her the way you used to. That's when the difference between shallow attraction and genuine interest becomes crystal clear. A woman who only entertains you will fade. She'll grow distant the moment you're not constantly available, or when the spotlight moves off of her. Her affection runs hot and cold, keeping you guessing, never letting you feel secure. She thrives on that push and pull because it keeps your energy focused on her. But that inconsistency is the proof that she's not truly invested. She's there for what she can take, not for what she can give. Now compare that to a woman who genuinely likes you. Her energy doesn't vanish when life gets tough. When you're busy chasing your mission, she supports you instead of complaining. When distance shows up because of work, responsibility, or circumstance, she stays patient instead of assuming the worst. When storms hit, she remains steady instead of running away. Anyone can stand by you in sunshine, but the real ones prove themselves when the clouds roll in. That consistency is not glamorous, but it is priceless. It's the quiet, steady rhythm that tells you her interest is rooted in more than the highs. And once you've seen it, you'll never again confuse momentary warmth for lasting desire. One of the most overlooked truths about women is that real interest always reveals itself in the deeper layers: vulnerability, attention to detail, and sacrifice. Flirtation is easy, charm is effortless, and surface-level conversation can be played with anyone. But when a woman truly values you, she allows herself to open in ways she doesn't with others. Vulnerability is the first sign. She doesn't just laugh at your jokes or talk about her day, she lets you into the parts of herself she usually keeps guarded. She shares her fears, her insecurities, her hopes, and her dreams. She asks for your opinion on things that matter to her future, not just on shallow topics. That kind of openness is costly, and she won't risk it unless she sees you as someone who matters. Then comes her attention to detail. A woman who doesn't care will forget the things you tell her, ask the same questions again, and prove through her actions that she's not really listening. But a woman who genuinely likes you pays attention. She remembers the small things: your favorite drink, the story you told months ago, the way you like things done. These little reminders are her way of showing she values you enough to hold on to the details. And finally, sacrifice separates the casual from the committed. Any woman can give when it's convenient. But a woman who truly likes you goes out of her way. She adjusts her schedule, makes time even when she's tired, and chooses your presence over distractions. It's not about abandoning her life, it's about valuing yours. Vulnerability, detail, and sacrifice are rare, but together they form one of the clearest pictures of real desire. That's how you know you're more than temporary. How a woman treats you in public and how she handles conflict will tell you more about her true interest than 1,000 sweet words ever could. Some women act one way when it's just the two of you, then switch up the moment other people are around. In private, they'll flirt, lean on you, and make you feel wanted, but in public they keep their distance, downplay the connection, or even pretend you don't exist. That isn't privacy, that's hiding. A woman who does that doesn't see you as a man she's proud to stand beside, she sees you as someone temporary, someone replaceable. Real interest doesn't fear the light of day. When a woman genuinely likes you, she's not ashamed to show it. She introduces you to her circle, she's comfortable showing affection in public, and she makes it clear that you're a part of her world. That openness isn't about performance, it's about pride. She values you enough to stand with you no matter who's watching. Conflict is another test. A woman who doesn't care will disappear the moment things get rough. She'll block you, ignore you, or quickly move on to someone else at the first sign of tension. But a woman who truly likes you doesn't abandon ship. She wants resolution, not escape. She'll communicate, listen, and work through problems instead of letting pride destroy the connection. Real interest isn't proven when everything is smooth, it's revealed when emotions run high. If she values you, she won't let temporary disagreements erase what she truly wants. Public pride and conflict resolution may not sound glamorous, but they are the clearest indicators of sincerity. A woman who passes both of these tests is showing you she's invested far deeper than the surface. The truest tests of a woman's interest are revealed in three areas: her loyalty when tempted, her support for your growth, and her response to your independence. It's easy for any woman to act loyal when no other options are knocking at her door. But the real measure comes when attention is offered from other men. A woman who doesn't genuinely like you will flirt, entertain, and keep her options warm just to feed her ego. But a woman who truly values you won't risk what you have for meaningless validation. Her respect for you outweighs her need to be desired by others. That kind of loyalty is rare, and it can't be faked. Then there's how she responds to your growth. Some women feel threatened when a man improves himself. If you're leveling up, they might mock your ambition, distract you from your mission, or try to keep you small so they don't lose control. That's not love, that's insecurity. But a woman who truly likes you celebrates your progress. She pushes you to go harder in the gym, climb higher in your career, sharpen your discipline. She doesn't fear you becoming greater. She aligns with it, because in her eyes, your growth adds value to both of you. Finally, her response to your independence reveals everything. Most women enjoy being the center of a man's attention, but the moment he shows he doesn't need them, their attitude shifts. The wrong woman will grow bitter or resentful. The right woman will admire it. She won't punish you for prioritizing your mission. She'll respect you more for it. Real interest thrives on loyalty, growth, and independence. If she passes these tests, you've found a woman who values you, not just what you give her. One of the strongest and most overlooked signs that a woman truly values you is the kind of energy she brings into your life. A woman who doesn't care much for you will often bring chaos, confusion, and unnecessary drama. She thrives on keeping you off balance, testing your patience, and pulling you into emotional storms. Her goal isn't peace, it's control. And the more reactive you become, the more she feels in charge of the dynamic. That kind of connection will always drain you because it's built on games rather than sincerity. But when a woman genuinely likes you, the difference is night and day. She doesn't complicate your life, she steadies it. She respects your time, honors your boundaries, and makes your world lighter instead of heavier. She doesn't need to constantly test you to prove your strength, because she already sees it. With her, there's calm instead of chaos, clarity instead of confusion, and trust instead of doubt. That peace is not weakness, it's one of the strongest forms of investment. It shows she's not there for entertainment or ego. She's there because she truly values who you are. Real women don't compete with your mission. They align with it. They don't waste your energy on games. They protect it so you can focus on becoming the man you're meant to be. And perhaps most importantly, they don't treat you as disposable. They understand your worth and would rather nurture the bond than sabotage it. In a world full of illusions and temporary attention, peace is priceless. A woman who brings calm instead of storms is a woman who proves her interest without words. Once you experience that, you'll never again confuse chaos for love.